Bosklapper is an incredible plane designed by Jef Pauwels, who was one of the grand prize winners of last year's contest. Now, he actually won the grand prize using Bosklapper as his submission, so you might be a little confused why I'm featuring it on my channel for a second time. And that's because Jef has taken time to actually further improve this design since winning the contest. It now locks together in a three-dimensional shape, and it's even more aerodynamic on the bottom, so it flies even better than it did before, and I'm really excited to share this improved version with you. Now, if you're interested in submitting your own designs to this year's contest, be sure to head over to foldableflight.com/contest today, because today is literally your last day to enter. And with all of that said, let's see this plane in flight, and then I'll teach you how to fold it. Now, as you can see, Bosklapper is an absolutely incredible performance glider that can stay in the air for a very, very long period of time. But part of what I loved about it so much is not only is it this great glider, but it doubles as a very consistent boomerang plane. So I hope you'll fold it and enjoy it as much as I did. All you'll need in order to fold this plane is a sheet of A4 paper or 8.5 by 11 inch paper. The steps are the same regardless of which sheet you use. And we're going to begin by taking this edge here and folding it to this edge. Once you do that, just open it back up and now fold your top edge into the center, but leave just a little gap. I like to leave about 1 millimeter here. And once you do one side, just fold the other side to match. And now we're going to take the top point, fold it right down to there. And we're just pinch creasing. You don't have to make a crease all the way across here, just like that. Now take your top point to the pinch crease. And this time you do want to crease all the way across. And we'll do the same thing one more time, now taking this to the crease we just made and crease all the way across. Let's go ahead and open that up. And now I'm going to flip the paper over and fold this down like so. And basically I want to reveal these triangular flaps and actually fold just a little bit beyond them. Again, maybe just 1 millimeter. So when I crease this, you'll see there's just a tiny gap between this edge here and the top edge. If you need to open this up to place a nice firm crease, you can do that. And now I'm looking at these horizontal creases we have. I'm not going to do this one here. It's the one just above it. Your mountain folding behind. And now I'm going to fold this inner edge here to land right on that edge. And try to check this edge and make sure it's parallel to your outer edge, so you're getting a good square fold here. And once you do one side, you can actually kind of unfold your paper into this position, fold it in half, and you can flip it over and take this corner to there. And that will make sure your two sides remain perfectly symmetrical. And you can open it up. And now we're going to go ahead and unfold that, flip it over, and fold down on our existing crease here. So it should look like this, and we'll flip it over again. And fold your top edge into the center, but leave just a little gap once again. Again, I would leave just about 1 millimeter there. Okay, and your plane should look like this. Now I'm going to look at this horizontal line and this horizontal line, and basically just imagine that there's one running right between them. And I want to fold this edge here to land along that line. And I'm only creasing to the middle here. I don't have to crease all the way across. Just creasing this right to the middle point. Right there, you can see my center crease. And I'm going to open this up to show you what I've done here, so you can see the crease I've made. Basically, I want to make an identical crease on the other side. You could estimate, again, just looking, kind of imagining that middle line. But actually, if you kind of hold this side and then fold the plane in half, you can then collapse this side to perfectly line up with the side you've already folded. That's the way I like to do it to make sure I maintain symmetry. So you can see now I'm trying to place this edge right on the edge behind it. And your plane should look like this. And now you can see we've actually performed a rabbit ear fold. If you pinch this and then kind of just push everything else flat like that, as you open it back up, you'll have that rabbit ear standing in the middle. You can kind of push it to the left, then push it back to the right to create those creases there. And now we're going to actually perform a squash fold, just kind of opening up that pocket, pressing down, and you want to land your point right on your center crease. Okay, so now we actually need this squash fold to be inverted so that these creases here all get reversed. So I'm just kind of working them in the opposite direction. You'll see exactly what I'm doing here in just a second. But basically, I'm folding along these lines, but in the opposite direction to prepare for kind of the inversion of that squash fold. And I can flip it over and fold along these inner lines in the opposite direction, just preparing them. Okay, so now when I put this back into this position here, I actually want to flip that inside, and you can see those layers are going inside behind the other layers. And now I can kind of flip this tab forward, and that's what is going to lock all of those layers together. And I'll fold the plane in half. And basically you can see what the top edge looks like. I want to fold my wings just parallel to the bottom right over this triangle. So just kind of pinching right there, and as I fold this, I make sure that this edge here that I'm about to make lands right along the back edge there. And I'll flip it over and fold the other side to match. Okay. And now I'm going to fold just about a centimeter or half an inch up for a stabilizer. I can do the same exact thing on the other side. Okay, and you can see we are basically done here. You can open your wings up, open those up. All we have left to do is to perform the lock, and we actually already have the crease for it. So you can see we have this crease right here. That's going to become our lock. As we basically pinch this, I like to kind of open this up. You're going to pinch all that together and turn this to the side, and that becomes the lock. So again, you can see it's just right on this crease here. You turn it to the side, and then you can kind of tuck that back in between the wings. And that locks everything together really, really nicely for you. Now, this plane is going to need some up elevator. That's regardless of whether you're using it as a glider or a boomerang plane. A boomerang, you may even want more up elevator, but I would start just with a little bit like this. Give it a good throw and see how that glides for you. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and good luck flying your plane. Thank you so much to all of my patrons who are supporting this channel and making these videos possible. I'm now releasing a new tier where you can become the pilot of your favorite foldable flight paper airplane, and your name will appear next to the paper airplane you choose in each of my YouTube videos. So head over to patreon.com/foldableflight and join the Foldable Fleet today.